What's up, guys? Welcome back to your real estate 101.com. Okay, guys, now come on. If you have not already, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please share, like, comment, etc. Well, today, May 5th, a federal judge has vacated the national CDC eviction moratorium. Basically, it's saying these guys are overreaching. These guys don't have the jurisdiction to put eviction moratorium nationwide. Now, here's my thinking about this. Now, this is not the first time we heard this, because we know that in Texas, there was a judge over there who also said pretty much the same thing. But however, they said that was only for that case. But I believe this one is going to affect the whole nation. So we're going to see a lot of evictions coming soon in some areas. However, just know that there are states and cities and local governments who also have moratoriums also. So those will probably still be in effect. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time till those also go away. Because keep in mind, they're trying to open everything up. The reason why they closed everything, the reason why they said that needed the moratorium evictions, because they felt that if people were evicted, they would end up in shelters, they would end up at their families' homes and other places, and they would be getting virus, right? So if they're not getting the virus, since you're opening things up, people are going to go to the movies, people can go to the club, people can go to all kinds of places, parties. So what exactly is going on? Why can't landlords evict? Well, in truth, what it really is, it's not a virus issue, it's an economic issue. The government doesn't want to pay to home or house these people. Yeah, they told them not to pay the rent. They told them, they closed the courts down. They forced landlords to hold on to all kinds of tenants. But now they don't want to pay for these people to live in shelters and hotels or whatever they would have to do to take care of this mess. So guess what? They want the landlord to continue to hold on. You see, the reason why they really probably did this whole moratorium in the first place, at least my personal belief, is that the real reason why is this. Number one, it was all politics. Okay? They've been going after landlords because, well, Trump was a landlord. Point blank. Democrats went after landlords because Trump is a landlord. So his son-in-law is a landlord. So they wanted to kind of go after landlords, kind of like next best thing. Then Trump turns around and he puts the CDC, and then he starts the whole moratorium, because he starts realizing, well, he needs some of those votes, because it's all politics. It's all politics. So we were thrown under the bus by everyone, and we were used as scapegoats by everyone. But here's the things that people don't talk about. Well, most landlords, especially mom and pops, were essential workers. Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about it, but it's true. They were essentials. They kept heats on. They came out, especially the ones who does the work themselves. They came out, they fixed heaters, they did everything. In fact, if they didn't do that, that would be considered a constructive eviction. Now, think about that really well. Think about that really well. So these guys went out and had to still keep, and some landlords, believe it or not, they had to do cleaning, hallways, especially when you had shared hallways, sanitizing and all this stuff to keep these places safe. But no hero talk about landlords. In fact, they just kept taking from the landlords. Put the pressure on those landlords. Now think about that. A lot of mom and pops struggling, doing what they had to do, kept people safe. Some mom and pops gave tenants deals, thinking, you know what, I'm going to help out. The goodness of my heart, I'm going to try to help this person survive. And guess what? Those people, some paid, maybe some paid. I'm not gonna say some tenants didn't pay. There's a lot of great tenants out there. We're not talking about those guys. We're not talking about the great tenants who really had issues. We're not talking about any of that kind of stuff. We're talking about the government knows that there are a lot of bad tenants, and they turned a lot of good tenants bad with this whole freebie. And now they basically trying to get landlords to house people for free, knowing that these landlords are not going to get their money. In fact, a lot of the big real estate stock companies, like I don't even want to mention their names, but the big companies, let's say Blackstone, BlackRock, different companies like that, they got plenty of cash waiting to go for pandemic properties where landlords kind of like couldn't take it or homeowners couldn't take it. I'm telling you guys have to get in touch with some of these class action lawsuits that's going on. Join in, sign your name. Politician will not give away the power back freely. You have to take it back. They will not give it back. Whenever there's a saying that says when there's blood in the street, that's when you can make money, you can take advantage. Remember September 11th, you had the buildings going down. Before the buildings went down, there was tons of people who went out and took advantage of the situation. Remember, politicians took a lot of power. A lot of power came in. They were allowed to snoop into your phone calls and your this and your that, and listen in. All this stuff was created after that. Like I'm telling you guys, this pandemic, it seemed like they didn't even know how bad this thing was going to get. The minute they heard pandemic, they just started grabbing power as fast as they could. And then now, I don't know if you guys think they're just going to give it back, because I don't think they will. They're not going to give it back, and not freely. It's going to have to go in the courts, just like what's going on today. Today was a big win for landlords. It was a big win for landlords. And that's what's going to have to keep going. People are going to have to keep challenging these guys in lawsuit after lawsuit until we get things back to normal, until we get America back to normal. Remember, property is important in America. Property ownership. People say the American dream. You want to be able to buy a house and know it's yours. If you want to rent it out, you rent it out. If you buy a house so you can put your savings in, they don't even know what you did to get to where you got to. They don't know what you did to get what you got. And then now they're telling you who could be in your home, what has to happen, how long they can stay. And if you guys look at some of the laws in New York City, you would be shocked out of your mind to see some of the laws that they passed, especially in July or June 2019. I mean, you would think that properties are being given to someone else for free. So anyway, well, guys, listen, we got to stick together on this one. We got to make sure that we get things in order. We got to make sure that we get things in order. We got to make sure that we get America's properties back in order. Okay? So please comment below and like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Help me out with that. And hey, you know what? Let's have a conversation.